how to trade GBPUSD the right way. Hello guys, my name is Darius and welcome to a new YouTube video over here on my channel, and you may notice some difference. Actually, I changed the name because I'm going to make the whole content right now for this community. I've changed also my name on TradingView, which is going to be right now over here Darius FX Trading. Also, if you look on the Telegram channel, I changed it to Darius FX, and also the YouTube channel is right now Darius FX. So I'm going to create the whole content right now. All the trades are done by myself, and yeah, if Steve will come back to us, still a possibility. Let's see. He's right now doing some crypto business, so he's not trading right now that much, and this is why we decided to do this right now in this way. So guys, let's get it right into analysis. I would like to show you in this video how to trade the GBPUSD the right way. So I'm showing right now the things that I'm looking at it whenever I trade this pair, and yeah, maybe you're going to take advantage of this knowledge that I'm sharing over here. What I usually do when I trade GBPUSD, but also whenever I trade a dollar pair, is I have a look at the DXY. Why do I do this? Well, because of the correlation, guys, okay? Do not get me wrong, I do not just trade because of, the dollar is a correlation, and whenever the dollar is going to move to the downside right now, GBPUSD has to go the exact opposite. No, it is just for me an additional confirmation. But what is super nice is if you have the long-term target for the DXY, then you also have the long-term target for the GBPUSD. And this is the reason why I'm always checking the DXY. But also, if you see something on the weekly time frame, when you do expect some pushes to the upside from this level, for example, then GBPUSD should go to the downside. Okay, so on the short term also, it is a good idea to check out the DXY. And this is what we're going to do over here in this analysis. So what we can see on the monthly time frame is that the DXY has created over here a strong level of resistance. And also from a structure perspective, what we can see is that this was the last higher high, and afterwards the market has provided us this huge movement to the downside, creating over here a lower low. So it broke the whole structure. Then the market gave us a movement to the upside, and it closed exactly at this area. This was super important because we got over here strong level of monthly supply. So from a closing perspective, we also closed below this area, meaning that it is respecting this area. Now, this was the next lower high, and right now what we do expect is that the market should create the next lower low. Afterwards, again, a lower high and lower low, and so on, going down to our take profit level, which is going to be the 80. I also explained to you that my first target was the 90 level in my past videos. The reason why is because of this strong level of demand that we got over here and strong level of support. So does that mean that we should expect right now some correction to the upside? Well, I can't tell it to you if we're going to do this, because we got two options. Option number one would be that the market will simply just break through this level, providing us afterwards a correction, and then the market will just continue to move down lower. This is the first opportunity. Or the second one is that the market will reject this level of demand to the upside, providing us, after this impulse that we got over here, a correction, and then the continuation to the downside. So basically those two options we have. I rather expect that the market will just break this level, retesting it over here, and then we're going to smash lower to our take profit level. But also what is super important is to understand how the DXY was moving to the downside. You can see that it went down in this impulse correction, and now we are again in the next impulse. And this impulse is also the wave number 3, which is usually the biggest wave, but also the wave number 1 could be the biggest one. But right now I still expect that we should go down lower, because this would be very nice in the creation of this lower low, okay, in terms of market structure. So for me, this is the most probability setup right now for the DXY. That means that the GBPUSD has still much room to go up to the upside from a long-term perspective, okay? Now, what can we expect from the short term? Let's switch down to the weekly. Well, from a weekly, we can definitely see some movements to the upside. Why? Because those are the waves over here. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. But we didn't get any kind of correction on the weekly time frame. Okay, it was only over here a very small one, but it is not absolutely necessary, guys. Okay, keep in mind, it is not absolutely necessary, but it is definitely a possibility. And we have for this target or even this target. But for me right now, this is the target which I do expect the most. Let's switch down to the daily to see what the daily is telling us. Well, the daily is still creating lower lows, lower highs, so completely bearish structure. We cannot look right now for a potential buying opportunity for the DXY, okay? It's not possible right now. Also, the 4 hours, super bearish. The market also filled in the last gaps that we had over here previously. So we filled in those gaps. The market then went all the way to the downside. What we can expect right now are basically 2 options. Option number 1 is to go up higher to fill in this gap that we got over here. This is definitely a possibility, but this gap is already filled, so I rather expect that the market, basically should continue to drop down lower, okay? Because this is kind of the thing right now. This gap, let me just check it right now from the 1 hours. If we have even a gap over here on the 1 hour time frame. So just to see it a little bit more clearly. Yeah, basically you got it over here, okay? You can see it right now on the 1 hour pretty clear that we still got over here a gap which we did not fill, okay? On the 4 hours, it looks like the market already filled it. And this is right now the only thing which I keep it a little bit in mind right now. So I'm not 100% sure right now because this previous 4 hour, is about, it looks like it already filled in that gap, but it is still a gap, and we still got the chance that the market is going to go up to fill in this gap, okay? So therefore, I also explained it today in my live stream that we could see the DXY going up higher to fill in this gap before the market will then continue to move down lower, okay? This is definitely a possibility, guys, and just to keep in mind. So right now, both possibilities are possible for the DXY. This will mean that also for the GBPUSD, we have 2 possibilities. But let's have a check right now on the monthly time frame to see what the monthly is telling us. Now, over here, we had this previous resistance, which is right now support on the monthly time frame. So with the last monthly candle, we simply just closed above this area, and also the market was following this impulse correction and impulse pattern, meaning that the market can go easily more to the upside because we're right now in this hard uptrend, okay? And the target for this long is definitely around this area at 1.42 or 1.40, and we're not at that region yet, okay? But still, we are right now at some kind of resistance at this area. So we could right now expect that the price is going to give us a movement to the downside, which is already what the market is doing right now if you have a look right now. So from the monthly, we would like to see the market going up higher, but still the possibilities here that we're going to go down lower to test this level before we're going to approach this target. Let's switch right now to the daily. The daily is telling us almost the same story. We got over here, if you have a look and you're following the whole movement over here, you will notice that the market already provided us 5 waves to the upside. Wave number 1, which is an impulse followed by a correction. Impulse, wave number 3, correction, wave number 4, and right now, wave number 5. But the question which we need to ask right now is the wave number 5 already finished? Well, this is something which I cannot tell you right now because the weekly needs to close as a bearish candle, and then it is confirmed that the wave number 4 is ready and we can go then in an ABC correction, okay? ABC. And then afterwards, we do expect, again, the continuation to the upside. But if this weekly candle will close as a bullish one, that means that the wave number 5 is not done yet, but maybe the upcoming week then is going to be the finishing week, which is going to illustrate us, okay, we are ready for the ABC correction, okay? And every correction should bring us at least to one important fib level, which is the 0.382. And as you can see, the market is right now approaching to go to this targets. Okay, so we still got this target open, but like I already explained to you, the market needs to close on the bearish one. So if this will be the candle close of today's week, of this week, then we can definitely expect that the next candle, the next weekly candle, is going to go down to at least tap this area, or maybe even lower. So for example, the 0.5, and the 0.5 looks for me more realistic because it is a strong historical level as well. If you look to the past, you will see it was resistance all across this area over here. It was previous resistance, and right now it should turn as support. Okay, so from my point of view, at the moment when we're going to close as a bearish week, then we can expect that GBPUSD is going to drop down. But right now we still do not have any kind of confirmation, because we could go easily more to the upside, like I already explained to you, because the wave number 5 may not be finished yet. What can we see right now from a daily perspective? Well, from a daily, the GBPUSD was pretty clear the whole last couple of weeks and months. So I was still expecting the bullish momentum, as we told from the monthly perspective. Okay, we are right now, this whole movement over here is a strong impulse to the upside. And let me just check right now the last couple of daily candles, because they are going to always tell us the future of the GBPUSD. And what we can see over here is that the market has provided us this W formation. A W formation is a bullish and a bearish pattern at the same time. So you can trade the impulse and you can also trade the correction, okay? Because they are both huge amount of pips. You just need to find a nice selling entry and a nice buying entry. And yeah, yesterday I had a sell limit order open, but unfortunately it was not open, okay? It was at this level over here. I can show it to you. During this movement to the downside, I was placing a sell limit order, waiting for a retracement to grab a nice sniper entry to rock it to the downside, but the market was melting to the downside without us in the inner circle group. So we in the inner circle group, we did not trade the GBPUSD in the short, but we take a nice long at this area over here. And right now we're in profit. The market went all the way to the upside, and then again it dropped to the downside. So the question right now, which kind of direction is going to be the one for the GBPUSD? Well, from a daily perspective, we already had enough retracement. If we are going to take this fib level, we see that we already retraced between the 0.618 and the 0.5. From a closing perspective, exactly at the 0.5, which is also over here previous resistance, now turn support. Okay, so from a daily perspective, we should go up. Why? In the first place, because of the retracement, and because after this impulse and a correction, you want to see again impulse to the upside, or at least that the market will try to go up higher. So for us, actually, this is not a bad situation, because we could right now just look for a nice buying opportunity in the inner circle group, which we already done. So we are right now in this buying opportunity, and we're looking right now for the market to come at least till this level or even higher to approach to our long-term targets. It will all depend if we are still in the wave number 5 or if we are going to switch right now in a correction, okay? Because if we are going to switch in a correction, then GBPUSD is going to break this level. We're going to get a nice retest, and then we're going to continue to move down lower. So the same story the 4 hours is going to tell us. So we got over here this impulse to the downside, but this previously was also an impulse to the upside. And you can interpret right now this whole thing as an impulse, correction, and right now the continuation to the upside. Or you can interpret right now the impulse, correction, and now you expect the next impulse to the downside. Okay, this is right now the thing which we need to figure out right now from a price action confirmation, if the market is going to respect this area and we're going to push up higher, or if we're going to break to the downside and we're going to go for a deeper correction like we already identified on the weekly time frame. Because if we're going to go for a retracement lower, then I would like to see the market going down lower to the 0.5, which is going to be this level over here. Then let me just check it on the 4 hours. Yeah, pretty nice level. Maybe even the 0.618 is also possible, because we got over here on the 4 hours strong level of demand, and otherwise we're going to just grab some more liquidity from this area of demand, and the market then may go down lower, boom, giving us over here nice liquidity spike, boom, boom, and then we're going to move up higher. This is the second possibility, guys. So you just need to figure out right now how you're going to trade GBPUSD. Would you like to trade the buying opportunity, or do you want to see if the market will give us a deeper correction? Okay, monetized price action on the lower time frames in this area will provide you the required information for the final confirmation to jump into the trade to get a nice entry with stop loss and take profit. Well, guys, that's it. This is the analysis for today for how to trade GBPUSD. So if you see right now in this video, you will understand that I have a look on many things when I trade my GBPUSD. We've made the last couple of 2 months, we made about 150% account growth only trading GBPUSD. And yeah, this is why I can tell you right now so many things about GBPUSD. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we're going to see then, of course, next time with a new one. See you guys. Bye bye.